The Renaissance, often referred to as a new dawn for art, science, and culture, was a period of profound transformation that began in Italy during the 14th century and spread across Europe, peaking in the 15th and 16th centuries. It was marked by a revival of classical antiquity, a flourishing of humanism, and groundbreaking achievements in the fields of art, science, literature, and philosophy. Art, a revolution in creativity. One of the most defining features of the Renaissance was the dramatic evolution in art. Artists sought to revive the classical ideals of ancient Greece and Rome, focusing on realism, perspective, and the human form. Humanism in art. Renaissance artists embraced humanism, a philosophy that emphasized the potential and beauty of human beings. This led to more naturalistic representations of the human figure as opposed to the stylized and symbolic depictions of the Middle Ages. Techniques and innovations. The Renaissance saw the development of innovative techniques such as linear perspective, which allowed artists to create more realistic spatial depth in their works. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael became legends, producing masterpieces that continue to define Western art. Leonardo da Vinci, known for works like and E, demonstrated an incredible mastery of human anatomy, light, and shadow. His innovative techniques really pushed art toward a new level of realism. Michelangelo's sculptures, such as on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, showcased an unparalleled understanding of the human body. His work, honestly, continues to inspire awe and admiration to this day. Raphael, known for his harmonious compositions and tender depictions of the human figure, created a famous Renaissance masterpiece. His ability to capture the essence of human beauty and intellect is truly remarkable. Wealthy patrons, especially the Medici family in Florence, supported the arts, commissioning works from these great artists and ensuring the financial success of the Renaissance movement. The Renaissance was also a time of tremendous progress in science, often seen as the beginning of modern science. Scholars began to question old beliefs and pursue knowledge based on observation and experimentation. Renaissance thinkers laid the groundwork for the modern scientific method, emphasizing empirical evidence and reason over ancient authorities. Figures like Nicholas Copernicus challenged geocentric models of the universe, proposing that the Earth revolved around the Sun, an idea that would later be confirmed by Galileo Galilei. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci also contributed to the scientific field with detailed studies of human anatomy, which not only helped advance medicine but also influenced their art. Andreas Vesalius, through his pioneering work in anatomy, brought a new understanding of the human body. The Renaissance era also saw the invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg, which revolutionized the dissemination of knowledge. Meanwhile, explorers like Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan expanded geographical knowledge, changing the world's understanding of its own shape and size. The philosophical shift of the Renaissance, often referred to as humanism, was focused on the study of classical texts and an emphasis on the value of the individual. Humanist thinkers. Renaissance thinkers like Petrarch, Erasmus, and Machiavelli revived ancient philosophical and literary works, placing greater value on human potential and achievement. Petrarch is often credited with initiating the Renaissance with his rediscovery of Cicero's writings. Machiavelli's The Prince explored the nature of political power and leadership, reflecting the more secular, pragmatic aspects of Renaissance thought. Secularism and individualism. While the Middle Ages were heavily dominated by religious thought, the Renaissance encouraged a more secular worldview, where the individual was seen as capable of reason, achievement, and self-expression. This shift is reflected in the art, literature, and philosophy of the time. The Renaissance also saw a revitalization of literature, particularly in vernacular languages, as writers looked to classical Latin and Greek texts for inspiration. In Italy, Dante Alighieri's and Petrarch's poetry helped establish the Italian vernacular as a literary language, moving beyond Latin. In England, William Shakespeare was one of the greatest writers of the Renaissance, producing works that explored the complexities of human nature, politics, and society, such as Aiax and. The Renaissance was a time when the seeds of modern Western culture were planted, ushering in an age of discovery, creativity, and intellectual achievement. It marked a shift from the medieval worldview to one that celebrated the human experience, intellect, and potential. As a result, the Renaissance is often considered the foundation for many aspects of modern Western thought, from art and science to philosophy and politics. This new dawn for art, science, and culture not only changed Europe, but also laid the groundwork for the Enlightenment that would follow in the 17th and 18th centuries.